So it's almost dusk in the garden, and it's just about my favourite time to come out and have a look at the veggie garden. I've just done a few garden jobs, mowing this lawn here. Turf's looking really, really good. I laid the turf a couple of months ago now, and it's a buffalo variety called Viridian Velvet. It's apparently really good in shade because the idea was that we're building this big shed here. Cladding's going up next week hopefully, and all of this will be in shade in the afternoon from the shed because that is west over in that direction. So all this will be in shade in the afternoon, which is actually a really nice time to come out and spend time in the garden because you're not in the glaring afternoon sun, but it means that we wanted a variety of lawn that was good in shade. So yeah, so far it's done really well. It's also fairly low water requirement. The fruit trees are looking beautiful. Look at this plum. It's really coming along nicely. My first fruit tree to ripen was the apricot out the front. It's a Stories apricot. I kind of selected these fruit trees for taste, but also for when they ripen, because I wanted to have several months where I was getting fruit. So the apricot came first in November. Now we're getting some blueberries in these little netted areas here, and I think the plums are next, and then after that the peaches and nectarines, though that nectarine was early as well, despite being a bit sick. I think that one the previous year goes a little bit early. So if you're planning on planting some fruit trees, keep that in mind as well when the fruit ripens, to try and maximize the amount of months that you'll have fruit, homegrown fruit. So yeah, beautiful time of evening. You can hear the birds. Baby's gone to bed, and I just come out here and do some watering. I've done some weeding, chopped and dropped some of the old spinach. I'll probably plant some silver beet soon because that's a really good variety that kind of keeps going all year round. The tomatoes are just beautiful. Like, look at them. They're really starting to form lots and lots of healthy fruit. Look at those. And over here we've got some more. Lots and lots of clusters of fruit. A couple of years ago I grew about 13 or 14 varieties of tomatoes, and I had about 35 to 40 plants. I planted them in straw bales as well as in these raised beds because I wanted as much space as possible to grow them in, and straw bales is a fairly cheap and easy way of doing it. Just look up on YouTube how to prepare the straw bales beforehand. You don't want to plant them straight in there. You need to prepare them with different types of fertilizers and whatnot. But yeah, those 35 or 40 tomato plants kept me going for months and months after they'd stopped producing fruit, because I just froze all of the excess in freezer bags. I basically just washed them, put them into freezer bags, cut them up, put them into freezer bags and froze them. I didn't cook them or anything like that. It was very, very easy. Very simple way of doing it, and I squashed them down in the freezer bags and flattened them into sort of flat sheets, and then I froze them like that, and I labelled the bags like 800 grams, 1.6 kilos, things like that, so that I knew if I was using tomatoes in a recipe how much I would have. Little cucumber there. So yeah, that's a really easy way of storing your tomatoes if you don't have the time or the energy or resources to can them up, and you have some freezer space. Now, I think last time I said that I was getting a bit of blossom end rot on these zucchinis, and I think one of the commenters was correct in that what it was actually was poor pollination. I've noticed I don't actually get I've only seen one male flower, and I've had like 100 female flowers on these zucchini plants. So I'm going to come out tomorrow morning and see if I can see any male flowers, but they'll come eventually, I hope. But yeah, there's just a lot of female flowers. There's one there that's developing a bit better than the others, so that might have been pollinated. But yeah, thank you to whoever commented that. I think you're definitely correct. See, there's a male flower. I think in the morning I'll come out and possibly hand pollinate. There's a couple of male flowers on this plant. So hopefully we'll see some zucchinis forming. I mean, I say that now, and then before too long I'll have, you know, more zucchinis that I can eat, I can give away. So anyone who's grown zucchinis knows how prolific they can be. I've grown some tromboncini varieties before, where a few of them have actually sort of gotten away from me. Yeah, anyway, passion fruit's looking healthy. It's really loving this spot along the wall here. I've just strung up some wires running horizontally along the wall, and it's just happy following them along there. And you can see it's got quite a few flowers, quite a few fruit on it. Another thing that I store just by freezing it. Once they're ripe, they'll fall off, and if you've got enough, you can just freeze them in a freezer bag, and we've still got some frozen from last year, which is great. The fruit trees along the back are doing well. There's my Cara orange. You can see all the little zucchinis that I've chucked down on the ground here. The daisies and alyssum are doing well. Quince looks really happy and healthy. Persimmon, I'm just going to let him do his own thing for a bit. And then these self-seeded tomatoes, as I was saying, I've sort of tied them up so I could get a pathway through here. But I'm curious to see what they turn out to be. Some sort of cherry tomato by the look of it, which is great because I love cherry tomatoes. And then I've got some more there growing in what will be the chook pen. I'll do a video at some point on chooks, because I really think that they, if you've got space for them, and I had them in a tiny backyard in a little townhouse, and I still managed to find space for 2 chooks. So if you've got space for them, they're great. They'll compost all your excess kitchen waste and turn it into beautiful fertilizer for your garden. So yeah, can't wait to get my chooks back. They're on holiday at the moment with all the construction that's going on, but once we've built our new chook pen, they'll be back in here and hopefully pumping out some eggs for us and not going clucky. Anyway, thanks guys, have a nice evening. Bye.